Good morning, students. Myself, Meronisa Khan, has come up with another video of value education. Our today's value is based on the topic understanding. We are going to listen to a story named Our Struggles of Life, which is based on understanding. Students' understanding is of different ways. Understanding each other, suppose your friends, your parents, your neighbors, your elders, your younger brothers and sisters. And understanding is also there where you understand the situation you're going through and how you learn to tackle it. So today our story is based on that. Our struggles of life. Students, I request you to be quiet and to be attentive and to listen carefully what I am narrating you. Let's begin our story. It is a story of a girl who faces many problems and she gets very irritated with it and she doesn't know how to solve all these problems. Once upon a time, a daughter complained to her father that her life was miserable and that she didn't know how she was going to make it. She was tired of fighting and struggling all the time. It seemed just as one problem was solved, another one soon followed. Students, miserable means it is very a tough time she is going to. Every time she is into problem only. That means miserable. And she is complaining to her father that she is facing too many of problems. She is really getting very exhausted with it, and she doesn't want to solve any more problems. Now she has actually give it up. So let's see what her father is telling her. Her father is a chef. He took her to the kitchen. He filled 3 pots with water and placed each one on a fire. Can you see the 3 pots filled with water has kept on a fire? Yes. The girl's father was a chef, so he is trying to solve the problem by giving some examples in this way. Let's find out what he do with these pots. Once the 3 pots began to boil, he placed potatoes in one pot, eggs in second pot, and ground coffee beans in the third pot. Can you see, students? In the first pot there is potato, in the second pot there is eggs, and in the third pot there are ground coffee beans. The coffee that we drink, the beans of those have been crushed and put in that water. That is coffee beans. He then let them sit and boil without saying a word to his daughter. The daughter moaned and impatiently waited, wondering what he was doing. After 20 minutes, he turned off the burners. Yes, students, the daughter who has complained has kept quiet. Moaned means she's kept quiet, and impatiently means she's worried from inside. What is happening next? What is he trying to tell me? What he is doing? What the father is doing? So she's also impatient, means she doesn't have patience to keep quiet and see what is happening. She's very from inside she wants to know quickly what is happening. And moan means she's keeping quiet and admiring the situation. Now after boiling, after the 20 minutes, the father has turned off the burners. He took the potatoes out of the pot and placed them in a bowl. Can you see? He has put out the potatoes and placed them in a bowl. He put the eggs out and placed them in a bowl. He then ladled the coffee out and placed it in a cup. Can you see? The coffee, egg and potatoes are out of the fire and they are placed in a bowls and a coffee is placed in a cup. Let's see what happens next. Turning to her, he asked, "Daughter, what do you see?" She replies, "Potatoes, eggs, and coffee." She hastily replied. "Look closer," he said, and touched the potatoes. She did and noted that they were soft. He then asked her to take an egg and break it. After putting off the shell, she observed that hard-boiled egg. Finally, he asked her to sip the coffee. Its rich aroma brought a smile to her face. "Father, what does this mean?" she asked. Now here, after boiling, father has asked the girl to touch and feel everything. Now she has touched the potatoes and she finds that they have become soft. She tried to break the egg. She finds that it has become hard boiled. And when she tried to sip the coffee, she was smiling because the strong aroma, means the strong fragrance of that coffee, had bring smile to her face. She felt very fresh when she took the sip of it. Now here he finally explains. He then explained that the potatoes, the eggs and coffee beans had each faced the same adversity, the boiling water. However, each one reacted differently. The potatoes went in strong, hard and unrelenting, but in boiling water, it became soft and weak. Students, when the potato was before boiling, the potatoes were hard. But after boiling the potatoes in a hot water, it has become soft. That you all know that it has changed into his natural form to another form. That is, the potatoes have become soft. Now you can easily peel off the skin after boiling the potato with your hands. The eggs were fragile, with thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior until it was put into the boiling water. Then the inside of the egg became hard. After the egg was boiled, the egg had become hard, but before it was very fragile. It was very thin layer of the shell which was protecting the liquid from inside. But after the potato was boiled, it had become into hard boil. Now you can easily peel off the skin, shell of the potato and eat it. So this is the transformation what potatoes and egg has gone through. The potato was hard. After boiling, it became soft, and this egg was very fragile. After boiling, it became hard. Can you see the change that has taken place? However, the ground coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they changed the water and created something new. Now here, coffee beans, when the ground coffee beans were added to a boiling water, the water itself has changed and it became into a aroma which gives you a freshness. It converted a water into a color, brown color, a coffee bean color, and which also gives you a feeling of freshness. When you drink or take a sip of coffee, of course you feel fresh. That's what the coffee has changed the water into the colorful thing which gives an aroma, which gives an fragrance, which gives freshness. Students, here, after listening to a story and after looking at the process what daddy had shown her, the father is asking her, "Which one are you?" He asked his daughter, "When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you a egg, a potato, or a coffee bean?" So here he is telling her that when you face some problem, so would you like to become an egg, which is a very strong and hard, but after going to boiling water, it had become soft? Are you a egg which was soft and easily breakable, but after going to the same process of boiling water had become into hard? Or are you a coffee bean has transformed your original form into some another form which brings freshness and livelihood to that process? So what do you want to become? Whether you want to become potato, egg or coffee. So of course a child or when an adversity knock, everyone should become like a coffee beans. One should try to tackle the situation and transform yourself to handle each and every situation. So yeah, the moral of the story is, in life, things happen around us. Things happen to us. But only thing that truly matters is how you choose to react on it and what you make out of it. Life is all about understanding, leaning, adopting, and converting all the struggles that we experience into something positive. Yes, students, we learn many lessons from our life, from the situations that we go through, from the problems we go through. So all these things makes us strong. You should become strong and you should learn to understand, to lean, to adopt and to convert yourself into different situation. Now every time when you face one problem and you learn something from that thing, and you cannot be doing same thing to different problems that you face. You have to grow up, you have to become mature to tackle each situation accordingly. Students, this is a quote based on understanding that you have to listen carefully. Don't believe what your eyes are telling you. All they show is limitations. Look with your understanding, find out what you already know, and you will see the way to fly. Of course, you should think beyond. You should become very creative to think. You should have new thoughts. You should have everything new studies, new way of learning, new ways of studying, then new ways of understanding that will give you more creativity, and with that your sense of thinking and talking will also improve. Students, I hope you have liked and understood the story and the moral of it. I kindly request you to subscribe the channel. Thank you.